It's al-Orq time! Welcome back to Crusader Kings III, everybody. My name is al-Orq. As always, I shall be your host today. And in the last episode, quite a lot of surprising developments have come to pass. Most of it was the fact that in our attempts to assassinate the Amira, the leader of the Safarid dynasty, he died of old age, which was a favorable outcome all the same, something that we were hoping that was going to happen regardless. But in the process of that occurring, the kingdom has been fragmented into two separate pieces. His brother here, Vahab, the brother of Ardashir, is the leader of the Khorasan Emirate, but clearly this guy is very, very weak, and so he's not really going to be a factor and will likely face a lot of internal conflicts. Whereas Ardashir is clearly a lot more powerful. He kept the lion's share of his father's territory, and so he is now the target of our next scheme. This is far more likely to succeed than the last one, because Ardashir does not have the Conqueror trait, and is also a very, very recent ruler. So his realm is just in disarray at the moment, and I think this is the time that we capitalize on the opportunity to kill him and foment further chaos into the region, so that we might start taking some land ourselves. And so, first things first, let's go ahead and just refill the men-at-arms here with 140 provisions, and then we have a couple positions that need to be refilled by our people. And I think for the heavy infantry captain, I think we put Abdullah in. He's got a good aptitude for it, and our son needs a job of his own. Looks like Mani here would be a good master of spoils to replace Yazid. And as for our bodyguard, looks like Sankama will be a good choice there. And then I also noticed that Kurishe is no longer a good caravan master, and that's partly due to the fact that he's infirm. So I think it's time to give him a little bit of a retirement. And so instead, who should we put in his place? And I think we put Noor, because she will increase our travel safety. Doesn't affect our speed in any way, but we might as well give her something to do as well. There you go. Get in there, my daughter. So, yeah, everyone is back up to snuff. I could replace Babak as our armorer with a couple other people, but nah, I'm okay with an average capacity for aptitude. And then, of course, we have Naveed here, who is 70 years old, so I think we go ahead and humiliate him while we're just thinking about it. And there we go. We lost all of our stress, gained a little bit of dread, and we humiliated the stooge for 2 years. Beautiful. Also, we're going to get an upgrade started, and I think... I think we go ahead and go for the level 3 to the Roaring Campfire, or actually, I need to maybe get a different tool built here for the Barber's Tent, because we did lose those... Yeah, we did lose the upgrade that we got before. Actually, no. What was it that... I think we lost something, but let's get the Surgeon tools, because this will increase the aptitude of our personal physician and just a medium health boost and a reduction to our friendly fatal casualties. Only 6 months for that. It's a bit expensive, but I think it's worth it. And when we become landed, we will get a portion of the money we spent on our camp back into our coffers, so that'll be nice. Any requests that we can do? That guy won't accept it, because why? He just wouldn't accept it? Oh, because we requested something from him recently. 100 gold here. She doesn't like us, but we're very close to that acceptance. She wouldn't accept a marriage either. That's something we have to keep an eye out for, because Abdullah needs a spouse. He's 21 years old, and I'd like to get him married so that he might start having some grandkids of his own. Alright, yeah, then I suppose the first thing we'll do is fight corruption, just make a little bit of extra money, and we'll travel by ourselves. Unfortunately, it looks like this would be quite dangerous, and not a whole lot we can really do about that, except for perhaps, let's see, something, purchase, yeah, Explorer's Pack, okay. Without that, so it would decrease the medium and low level of danger. Yeah, I guess why not, whatever, it is what it is. Alright, onwards we go. Whatever, figure it out amongst yourselves. The language barrier. It seems that our caravan has become a little lost in these lands. Right, have seen this before, and we were able to interpret the instructions. Looks like we're not too bad of a translator ourselves. Alright. Oh, and Noor's pregnant again. Alright, Salman, I take back, like I said, everything that I said to you before. And we win the duel, get some extra money and prestige. We always need more of both. Silence or die. And that was all there was to that contract. Okay. Very, very... Oh, wait, never mind. That was not what I thought it was. Okay. Let's go ahead and do this thing, shall we? Or what just happened there? Alright, whatever. So apparently the Orthodox Church has a new head of faith. Looks like, yeah, they're still just facing constant uprisings and conflicts and stuff. Whoa. Whoa! Hello. Who's attacking these guys? The Holy War. So Emir Ismail ibn Abul Hussein. Where is this guy? Oh, so he's a vassal within the Arabian Empire, or the Abbasid Empire there. Interesting. And so he's taking all of this territory. He's going to take the Kingdom of Anatolia. Wow. Alright, that's fascinating. I hope for the best for him, I guess. Alright, I could take this fight corruption scheme, but you know what? Let's perform in a play. As a theater person myself, I feel like this is something that I just want to do. We're not going to gain any money, but like I said, we're really just kind of passing time until we are able to attempt our assassination. Oh, goodness. Merzad and Faraz. Yikes. So apparently Faraz pissed off Merzad here, and Merzad is our champion. He's not got a job. He's disloyal. Yeah, we're going to imprison him. I'm not going to tolerate such nonsense to my against my own children. No, that's not how this works. Alright, so this event we've seen twice now, and there's a part of me that wants to spend the 50 gold just to see what the 600 army strong group is. We could appoint him as our bodyguard instead. Do we not have both bodyguards filled out? No, we do. We have both of them in there. So who would... It doesn't say who would get replaced. So, whatever. You know what? Just this once. Let's spend the money. I'm just curious what happens here. So we got... Oh, 600 special soldiers. Okay, well that actually works out really nicely then. So the special soldiers, they are separate units from your regular men-at-arms, and they cannot be refilled. So any casualties that they take, that's just... It's going to be what it is. Alright. And Binar apparently became sick and then just was immediately cured. She's very close to that top physician trait, although she may not live long enough to see that through to the end. Alright, let's do the balanced approach here. Faraz shall be our shill. That almost sounds... That sounds perfectly fitting, if I'm being honest. And there we go. Nice and easy. We'll speed right through that. And we have yet another child. Another son, in fact. So they've had 3 sons. Very, very nice. That's going to be quite nice for any future soldiers or any future courtiers for us. Okay, well, once again, guys, let me take a look at my list of names, because I would like to assign yet another one from one of our suggestions. And I think this time we're going to go with Mehdi. There we are. May you grow strong and wise. And, well, I was anticipating this, just like with Iggy last time. Our cat, Lily, has passed, and the saddest song has actually started playing here. I'm going to turn this up. Let's bring up the volume all the way. There we go. Lily is not as young as she once was, and as she crawls into my lap, I can feel her trembling. I gently stroke her white fur and listen to her purr long into the night. But as silence falls, I know that she won't wake again. Oh, horrible, horrible. I never actually showed it, and I should have, but having a pet cat, I believe it increases your prowess by 1 and your intrigue by 1. So, there you go. Lily has passed on, and she has shed her mortal coil. Rest in peace. Alright, so let's seize the moment, and let's read this event out loud. And then he slew a ferocious wolf! The drums grow louder as I make my way through the stage, trying to remember every play that I've ever watched. Have we watched any plays? I'm not entirely sure. With my weapon lifted above my head, I attack the colorful puppet. The head rolls off the stage and the audience erupts in loud cheering. Sitting on the elevated dais, Naib Farid nods. So, cool. They just get some popular opinion, and we just get a little bit of stuff added to our provisions. What is this? Why are we going this way? Did we move our camp? Alright, well, I suppose we're sitting in Dabul now. I didn't realize that that's what I did. Part of me kind of wants to move back, but I guess it doesn't really matter too much. It might even be better that we're not directly in the Crown lands as we're attempting to do something highly illegal. So, looks like that one contract went away, unfortunately, and there's nothing else around us except these things over here, very, very far away. So, I think we just sit around for a little bit. We lost our infiltrator. How does this keep happening? I genuinely don't understand. Okay, well, what should we do? I think we need relevance here, correct? Yeah, Faraz. Hey, look at that. Our son Faraz is now on his first job. He's an infiltrator, giving him a little extra practice with his intrigue there. Wonderful. Alright, and we have someone that we could join us. Apparently she partakes in the green stuff a little bit. Maybe we'll pass a bowl around. Surety of supply. Part of commanding an army means making sure my soldiers have plenty of food, drink, and camp gear for long campaigns. To this end, I should come up with a plan for ensuring my soldiers always have the supplies they need in the field. Okay, so I could say accustomed to foraging. This would decrease the amount of attrition that we take passing through a hostile county and increases our supply duration. It's only for 5 years. All of these are only for 5 years. So doing the network of merchants would give us well-provisioned armies that increases our supply capacity. So, supply duration. And this would just, we would have to pay for it. So we could either try going for it or pay for it, or just be living off the land as we have been. And yeah, our soldiers can forage their own supplies. I think that thematically makes the most amount of sense. So we'll go with that option there. Give me just a second. I got a notification that I need to get rid of. Thank you. Alright. People trying to talk to me while I'm working. I don't like that. Alright. No time left to waste. I just want to get this done and see if we're successful with this. It looks like we'll have 10 advantages by the time we fill that bar up completely. And what is this? Oh, okay. Yeah, we've seen this event before. So we could gain 10 advantages, and that would increase the base success chance up to 20%. Effectively just guaranteeing it if it doesn't get hard capped at around 80 to 84% or whatever. So, yeah, let's do that. Okay, so actually, no, that just made it a little bit faster. Okay, so we should be able to launch the scheme here in a moment. Let's get this perk filled out. I actually realized while editing the last episode that I just fully picked this perk without even like explaining what it does. But as you can see here, it helps our IR units, it helps our archers. So all around, it's just pretty good perk to get. But we're gonna get envelopment here for that added bonus to our men-at-arms counter efficiency. And as soon as this next phase is over, we shall execute the scheme there and give it a try. We've seen this before. We're going to get the fine brooch. What does that actually look like? Prowess by 2, prestige up, knight effectiveness up, and seduction scheme reduction. So that's actually very similar, in fact almost identical to the first fine brooch that we got. So yeah, there you go. We got our final trinket filled out, and we are at 70 prowess. Still haven't lost anything due to our age, which is kind of surprising, but look at that, we're at 70 prowess there. Now, that's not the highest that we've seen in the campaign, but it is still very, very high. We're close to, like, the max, and I've never had a character naturally get that high, but I think it would definitely be possible. And, yes, indeed, we were successful in our attempts to assassinate Ardashir. Right? Or what is this? What's going on? Hang on a second. Let's read this out. Amiran Ardashir has been sent to Azrael's fateful embrace. A thorn in my side no longer, thank Allah. The plan worked like a charm. My precious Death Stalker was waiting for Ardashir in his bed when he retired for the night, silent and ready to strike at the first provocation. And then Ardashir moved. I have covered my tracks well, and if anyone suspects me of being behind the attack, then they dare not say it out loud. So, Ardashir is dead, and that has further weakened the realm. So now we have the Grand Emirate of Dailam, led by a newborn who is apparently ugly, an ugly newborn. Did that come from... Apparently, nope, it didn't come from either of the parents. He was just born that way. So, there you go. The Saffarids have been further weakened, and they... Ooh, let me pause there. So they've formed a couple alliances. Are these internal? Where are these? Yeah, these are just internal alliances, so nothing actually of any substance. They got some mercenaries. They have 600 IR, so that's pretty powerful. Something to be concerned about, and they have, you know, just that one little ally in there. But I don't think that ally matters if it's internal. Ooh, yikes, there is a plague here. There's a stand with this contract as well, but that's all the way over here in Arabia, and we're not going to be going there. I'm hoping that this plague doesn't spread too far. It looks like it's yet another measles. It's killed one person, and it spawned back in March, so it doesn't look like it's really doing too much there. So I'll keep an eye on it. If it starts to spread in our direction, we'll move somewhere else, probably up further north. But look at that. Whoa, hello. Whoa, looks like Khorasan also just exploded. Yeah, and I think that was probably because he only had one county, and thus now we have a whole bunch of these polities popping up on the map. Lots of interesting things happening. How's this war against the Byzantines going? Looks like they're still losing, but the war score isn't as high as I saw it. Or maybe it was. Looks like they actually made some progress here. They're sieging some stuff down. Looks like there's something else going on here. What is that? Ah, okay, so they're trying to reclaim the... No, what is this? Hang on. Oh no, these guys are attacking the Byzantines here for this slice of territory here in Crimea. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, well, now that our ruler is dead... No, not our ruler, sorry, our rival ruler. Let me turn that sound back down, because I forgot to do so. Alright. Then, I think... What's probably going to happen, most likely, is they're gonna start seeing some internal strife. This guy's only 14. Zartost, I'm not entirely sure. But, yeah, I think if we were to attack them... well, obviously we can't. So, is it time? Is it time for us to finally start conquering and taking some land for ourselves? Potentially. I think what we might do here is I think we just get the hell out, and we move up north to where all these new locations have just been born, and let's make this travel as safe as we possibly can. I think that's good. Yeah, let's use the Explorers Pack there, just to make our travels a little safer. Nor, you know what to do. I have nothing but the highest expectations for you. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and escape this plague. Now that we've successfully finished the job here. Oh, and I just realized, apparently, the Saffarids vassalized this duchy here of Oman. So, yep, they're a part of the Arabian Peninsula in a couple spots at this point. Oh, God. I'm so glad I left. That could have been very, very bad. This close to a plague, yeah, we've seen what happens. We've only got 3 surviving children. But I think the dynasty is largely secure here. The succession, because we have 7 living members. It really wouldn't be too bad if we lost Faraz at this point. I was worried back when we first ended up facing a plague that it wasn't going to work that way, but thankfully it did. Ooh. Ooh, yes. Alright, well, I'm glad I moved, because that is a faction that we can support. So, he wants to install himself on the throne here, on the Makrani throne. So that's what he's calling the Safarid Grand Emirate. Okay, do I want to put somebody else on the throne after working so hard to get rid of another person? Not really, because frankly, I want to put myself on the throne. So, in this particular case, we're not going to support that faction, as that would be counterintuitive to our own interests. So instead, let's go ahead and just do some work. Alright, we've got a single combat here against Saltuk the Griffin. Hopefully we do win this fight. God. We have 69 prowess, and the developers are clearly children. There you go. Nice. For a few brief moments, Saltuk and I pace in lazy half-circles, each watching for an opening. I heft my Sasanian-style sword ready to defend myself, while he clutches his sword firmly to hand. He's got the curved sword. Curved sword. Only one of us is walking away from here, and I intend it to be me. With a sudden twitch, our bout begins. Saltuk wastes no time, meeting me with an intense series of powerful cleaves that force me back step by step. So, he's not a bad character overall, but we are infinitely better than him. An opening! Try my steel, fiend! With all my strength, I surge past Saltuk's guard and launch a fervent strike with my sword, aiming to run him through. Only the narrowest of margins stops me from claiming bloody victory. While I tire fighting in this heat, Saltuk seems to stay fresh and limber, content to offer only the occasional quick slash. My form is good, with only small errors, and Saltuk's stance is formidable. I have yet to open up my opponent's guard at all, and see no way yet to claim victory. So high increase to our likelihood of success, low increase to our injury, 345 prestige, just like that. That's pretty good. In battle, I'm an artist. Every strike is a brushstroke, every fallen foe or gout of blood a splash of paint. As I brandish my sword, switching seamlessly between flourish and strike, I paint a picture of agony across my foe, well aware that he is utterly outmatched. Saltuk hurls himself at me bodily, forcing me backwards with all the desperation of the doomed. My form is excellent, with little chance for mistake, and Saltuk's stance is incredible. I have yet to open up my opponent's guard at all, and see no way yet to claim victory. That text seems to be at odds with itself. Okay. So, better men than you have died trying to break my guard. Low increase to our likelihood of success. No risk to our injury. Medium risk to our injury here, and we could try tiring him out. Well, we're getting older. We still haven't lost any of our prowess due to that, but yeah, let's just taunt him, I think. We're going to play defensively here. Alright, time and again, I backpedal, dodge, and weave, always keeping just within tempting target distance. Soon, Saltuk's showing signs of exhaustion. Saltuk pulls back from my every blow, letting me attack without getting another solid hit in. It's not long before I can feel myself beginning to tire. Yep, we've seen that. And strike. Carry, riposte. Could make fun of him for being not famous, and because we are far more famous than he is. That would give him some stress. Not that that would matter, because if we kill him, that's all that there is there. But let's mock him. You think you can beat someone as famous as me? And we have died. Captain Faraz of the Orc Horde has passed on to eternity at 54 years of age. He was slain by Saltuk the Griffin in a duel. Known to be an exceptional strategist, he spent many of his days examining fields and drilling his troops. Captain Abdullah steps forward as a leader. Courageous and willing to rush to action, many hope that Abdullah's bravery will not see the camp fall into reckless ruin. Wow, alright, that was unexpected. It seemed like by every measure we were slated to win that fight. I didn't see any percent chances or anything like that. But no, our first ruler, Captain Faraz the Insane, has finally passed. So he was slain by Saltuk the Griffin. And so yeah, he was dreaded, he was illustrious, faithful, fought in 3 wars, 1 that was offensive, 2 in defensive, and attended 1 tournament, hosted 2 hunts. Yeah, so we played as him for 39 years, and now we're taking over as his son, Abdullah. So let's go ahead and continue here. Oh gosh. Okay, yep. That we don't need to read. And there was another event there that just got clicked away. Like, I didn't do that. That's kind of frustrating because I was hoping to read that. Alright, well. Rest in peace, Faraz. Okay, let's take a look here. We gotta expand our military might. So he went down and got Stalwart Leader, and he's got Bellum Justum. So both of those are actually really nice and helpful. And so, yeah, we'll take the Valor perks, and I think we just have to... We might get the Chivalric Dominance, just so we get that Knight Effectiveness back, but then, yeah, we need to really focus on getting the Strategist perks back, as those are super helpful in general. We also apparently have a Diplomacy perk here. So, let's see, Contract Prestige Rewards up by 20%. I think that's what we're going to do here, because that would, we need to increase our prestige as much as possible. Alright, well, let's take a look at our new leader here. Well, actually, first things first. Let's just take a look at some of the memories here. This doesn't seem right. We definitely killed more people than just Darius here. So that does not seem to be working properly. But here's all of our memories as our first character. So as you see here, at the start of the game, I became an adventurer. And if you want, you can go ahead and scroll through all of these and just take a look at everything that we have done as Faraz. Okay. Alright, well, we have plenty of things that we need to do now as a result of all of those developments. Okay, very, very unexpected. Okay, so we can challenge our champion. What would we do for that for? He's a known criminal. Why? Okay. Would we do that? Yeah, I guess why not. We'll grant him a pardon. Okay. Okay, well, let's take a look at our new ruler. Abdullah is now 23. He's got 22 in martial, 47 in prowess already. Part of that is because we inherited all of Faraz's trinkets there. So everything gets passed down to him. And so, yeah, he's already just an insanely talented fighter. His stats, in general, are actually pretty nice. There's nothing bad here. So he may end up turning out way better than his father. And I think we might actually just start focusing on land grabs, because really, there's not a whole lot left to do as far as earning money and doing regular jobs. And I think we've done that for quite a long time at this point. So it's really, at this point, I'm ready to move on. And actually, I forgot to do this here. Let's increase the size of all of our men-at-arms here. Unfortunately, we don't get a reduction to the cost at all, but we can't afford everything, so we will have to make some money here. But let's refill our men-at-arms with provisions. So we're starting to run a little bit low, but that's okay. So if we take a look here, our army is now 1,562 strong with the in addition of our knights there. We've got 12 out of 15, and our worst fighter is Mani, and that's just because he's old. And, well, just doesn't do well with fighting in general. He's apparently a genius. I didn't notice that before. Well, I guess let's take a look at our positions for the military there. We got to replace our heavy infantry captain, because that was us here in the last episode. Tomas, I think. He was he pledged his loyalty to our father, and I think getting him a job will help us out there, makes our army a little bit better. There's a stand with us contract somewhere, apparently, but I don't see it, so I'm not going to worry about that. So, yep, I guess we just need to make a little bit of money here, as much as we possibly can. And, okay, there we go. Shadow of Fame, Twilight. Ah, okay, so this is an event that tends to spawn when you move on to your second ruler. There are whispers about the tales and deeds of my father, illustrious Captain Faraz. Everywhere I go, near or far, it seems there is nobody who has not heard his name. I wonder, will I always stay in the shadow of my father, or will I be able to achieve as much fame in my life as him? How high will I be able to climb? So I could say, one day I will be like you, Faraz. This character is determined to become as famous as their parents. Would increase our stress gain by 10%, but also our monthly prestige by 10%. And I think we need as much prestige as we can get, because we are going to try to just take as much territory as we possibly can. But first things first, let's get our first job done here as Abdullah. At least our first job as a leader. And so now, Faraz is our heir in case we die. And so if that happens, we would move on just the same. but we will be playing as Abdullah for the foreseeable future. Can I visit this while we're here? Sorry, not traveling. Let's gather some provisions. Got some of them there. I'm just going to let that job run in the background as we don't have anyone that we could recruit, so I think I just want some supplies. 81% chance to steal 1,000, and it worked. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and just go back, and that's it. So the game is not allowed to run while you're in camp, it looks like. That's fine. We'll just go ahead and speed this up here. Very, very nice and easy. Unfamiliar rations, and we will blend it with herbs from Persian cuisine. So we've seen this event before, but now, as you can see, because we have the gluttonous trait, this does mean that this is more in line with our character. So, to that, let me just point out here, so he's diligent, brave, and gluttonous. He's not sadistic like his father was, so we won't be picking those options pretty much at all, unless we have a good reason to. So that's just something to keep in mind, and we've got all of the stuff that we need. Got an excellent hook there. Can we get some more gold? No, she is actually in debt now, not gaining any gold, so yeah, that might not work out for her. But we will get some provisions, because we definitely need those, and we're close up to full again. Looks like there's a boundary dispute here, so yeah, just a little bit of money, although it's quite a dangerous route, isn't it? This county has a low opinion of us. Well, that's not entirely surprising. Nah, I think at this point, we make our money from battles, because we did build the mortician's tools here. Or sorry, the... Oh no, where is it? Did I build it? I could have sworn I did. No, we can't build the mortician's tools because we're not freebooters anymore. So if we had that camp purpose, as we did before, we'd be able to gain gold from any of our battles, but that's okay. We'll gain plenty of money as we go on, so we can do that. There's a fight corruption scheme here. That's a much better contract. So I'm going to do just one more here, make a little extra money, and then we'll start doing some conquering. It's been really just leading up to this entire time. We're going to scout for talent because we need to start filling out some more of our guys, and that wouldn't change things too much, so I'll just customize the route as best we can. So we'll go here. Can we just skip that? So we're traveling from Sabzavar. Can I just go here? No, apparently it's not possible. We have to go around. Okay, so there's nothing we can really do about that. That's fine. Alright. Interesting developments, guys. I wasn't expecting to be playing as Abdullah this early, but I suppose that is how the cookie crumbles. Alright. So, seen this event many times here. We can get the experience in Wanderer, and I think we will, because we might as well just start building that back up. We are not a gallows bait. It should be noted here, because Abdullah has not participated in any criminal activity. So that trait died with our father here. So actually, really quick, I just want to glance at this. Here's where his gallows bait trait ended up at. So level 5 in Bandit and Thief, level 2 in Trickster and Marauder, and level 1 in Poacher. And then there was also his Hast-a-Looter trait. Got the level 1 in Foot and level 3 in Wit. And we got Seasoned Traveler up to level 2 and then only up to level 1 in the regular Wanderer trait. Alright, silence, peasants. Whoa, holy crap, that's a hugely dangerous path. And there's really not a whole lot we can do about that. Okay, so we definitely need to purchase not a Wilderness kit. A Pathfinder kit definitely helps. And Mercenary Guards. Okay, so yeah, unfortunately we're going to have to spend a little bit of money here to ensure, well not ensure, but make our travels not so perilous. Alright, Tomb Raiders. Yes. Okay. So, we've seen this before. I suppose we could try going for the Ancient Treasure. We're not a particularly pious character because of our glutton trait, so saying the captain deserves his cut, I think, is appropriate in this case. We don't want to pay any money. I'm not going to punish the destitute. This doesn't necessarily mean that we're an honorable character just because we're brave and diligent, and, you know, it means that we are brave and diligent. And so we found a sword, another sword here. Okay, cool. Danger, life or death, stranded. Traversing the drylands on the outskirts of Talakan, we are suddenly attacked by a swarm of bandit riders out for blood. We are so close to the holding, surely Argbad Faramez will send help? As time drags on, we are chased by the scoundrels for the longest avoiding battle. It becomes painfully clear that no help is coming. How could a ruler let malicious riders like this inhabit his borders? My champion Babak rides up next to me, a solemn look in his eyes. We both know the tactic that we have practiced in the past. So, we stand as one. 77% chance that we would win here. Looks like a less than 1% chance that we would get wounded, less than 1% chance we would become one-eyed, and 22% chance that we die. So, guys, I think we roll the dice here. Getting the flexible leader trait would make conquering much, much stronger. And apparently Babak has cancer. Oh, no. Yeah, he's most likely going to die there. And what happened? We have died once again, moving on to our third ruler. So, okay. Okay. Guys, it's getting a little ridiculous here. Wow. That's not good. This is not good at all. Alright, yeah, I kind of getting a little nervous here. At 23 years of age, Abdullah has died because he was slain in battle. Shoot. Okay, well, I suppose there's nothing for it, guys. A keen and dedicated hunter, he left to spend weeks in the wilderness looking for the most elusive game. Captain Faraz steps forward as leader, a formidable duelist many expect him to excel in tournaments and personal combat alike. Yeah, that's very, very, very bad. So, who is our heir at this point? Do we have an heir? Apparently it would go to one of our successors, one of our camp followers. Yeah, that's really, really not good, guys. Okay, well, I suppose then we just move on. There's really nothing for it. We're an intrigue-focused character, and so this is not something we've done before. We've not seen it. We're going to go with subterfuge here. You can see the bonuses that offers. Anything that we do intrigue-wise is going to be a little bit stronger. That really sucks, guys. But all that being said, Faraz is still a talented fighter, if only because of his traits that we got. And I think we get the Bellum Justum perk here, because we're going to be declaring lots of wars, and we need as much prestige as possible at this point. Let's also get a perk here. Yeah, we're going to get the diplomacy perk here to increase our prestige rewards. Yeah, that really, really sucks, guys. I wasn't expecting to lose one ruler, let alone two. This Sasanian sword is it any better than what we have here? Number of knights +1, prestige up, prestige per powerful vassal on the council. We don't have a council. Knight effectiveness up. Yeah, it's not as good as what we have currently, but we'll hold on to that. We could probably sell it for some cash. Okay. Alright, well, we just move on then. Let's do this. Okay. Scout for talent. Goodness, our sister should hopefully be okay at this. Can we make this a little less dangerous in any way? No, it doesn't look like it. Alright. Yep, starting to get a little nervous, guys. So, a quarrelsome lot. How would we respond here? Because Faraz is fickle, generous, and vengeful. And so we'll try the diplomacy challenge here, because that seems to be what we do here. Fickle, by the way, fickle means that he changes his mind more often than not. And so, really, there's going to be opportunities for us to really pick a wider variety of options. Okay. Yeah, and he's also vengeful and generous, so let's try making amends. And Vijamba here left our entourage. Apparently. Oh, she just, like, left and went back home. Alright, whatever. That's fine. I don't care. And, okay, I was gonna say, did that just get bugged? No, it went and got moved down to a different part of the map. Or, different part of the UI. Alright. Yeah, so... goodness. Super annoying. But it is what it is, guys. We have to just move on and accept the circumstances that are given to us. That is what happens when you play an Iron Man save. The Trodden Path. The procession is ground to a halt, a stone's throw away from Tayabad, yada yada. We've seen this. So we can say, fine, we'll find another path, forming a closer relationship with Yekta. We're saying, this is nonsense, I'll take over as guide, and we have a 56% chance to succeed, and we get lost, unfortunately. Alright. Oh, and Binar has just died. She passed on. I assume it was old age, correct? Although, I suppose I can't really tell. Okay. Good for them. Yekta and Sunkama became friends. How is our camp temperament here? So they're mostly placated, which means there's no specific bonuses that we get here. So I guess we have to start swaying some people. We'll get that started. The more we can increase people's opinions of us, the better. Okay. Yeah, that's a real shame, guys. But it is, like I said, it is what it is. Confidence Trickster, how much money would we get from that? Not too much. I'll go ahead and do this boundary dispute, because those are really, really fast and easy. 11% chance we could do it. We could have Talmas do this. Let's just, yeah, we know a thing or two about horses. And we excelled. Beautiful. Let's head back home. A willing follower. Nagella, she's not bad. We could actually recruit her as her personal physician. So we have another one. She's a mystic, and she's an herbalist. Cool. Alright, and we got lost yet again. So, unfortunately, Faraz is really just kind of struggling with the pressures of rule. And so, yeah, but hey, that's just, it is what it is. Why are we not making as much money? Oh, and that's because we're generous. That's right. So, because we're generous, we actually don't get as much income passively as we would otherwise. So, it's a thing to consider for sure. Alright, well, at this point, do we start fighting? Do we start declaring war? We don't have the level of fame that we need, which just, I can't really do too much about that. Oh, apparently our dog is named Nosewise. Let's go ahead and pet him. Why not? Get a little bit of a stress reduction there. Okay, well, I suppose we have to start from more or less from scratch. Should join our camp. Yeah, we don't want to do that. Don't need to increase our prowess here. Anyone we could recruit. Hessen is meh. Hoshang is better, but he's 41, so he wouldn't stick around for that long. Oops, we were just there. We don't need to refill our soldiers, I don't think. Anyone with the story? Let's get the Looter trait, I suppose. Or we could potentially get a stewardship perk, and we got the experience instead. Okay, that's always helpful. No one to hire. Okay, we're done here. I think we just move on. There's not too much we can really do at this point. So we just have to keep traveling and building up. Follower's Heart. Yeah. Ooh. Well, I suppose this is what we're going to do. We've seen this event, but the circumstances are different. We're going to lose 100 stress because we're generous and spend 54 gold to have Hoshang join us. Thankfully, he's actually a great character, and this is the one that we saw in the inn there. So that might have even been cheaper than what it was when we were first there. So it's all right, whatever. We are playing as a new character, and we have to kind of stick to our character traits there. Plenty of work for us to do in this place. Let's go ahead and hunt some criminals and get some money there. Bring me his head. This band of Vali Shahab wrinkles his nose disdainfully. Malcontents have been harassing my private estates. They burn, kill, and steal with near impunity, slipping away before my retainers can clap them in the irons they so richly deserve. Yeah, I can tell you want to clap those cheeks, my friend. Alright. I nod. The gang must be slippery to warrant such a private bounty. Their leader is one Husik Longshanks. Bring me his head before he can slip away for good, and you'll have your payment. Alright. Might as well. Let's give it a try. Got an intrigue perk, so we'll do that after we do this. I am not going to fight him myself. So, got a diplomacy challenge. We could recruit him. We would gain the gallows bait trait as we would gain the bandit. Alright, so we could recruit him. He's a decent fighter. He's a known murderer, sadistic, chaste, and temperate. If it fails, he would use our delay to flee. Oh, and then also we would gain an army here, I guess. Cool, that worked out. Special failure. Yeah, scheme failed. We don't get the money, but we did gain a new follower, and I think that's a little bit more valuable here. So, second in command. We need to pick a new second, as we don't currently have one. That's the only one that we haven't filled. So, Salman would be a good fit for that role. He's our Master Bard still. We also have Babak, our Armorer. Yeah, I think we give it to Salman, our brother-in-law here. Increases our stats a little bit, so that's always helpful. And let's get the intrigue perk that we got. So, Thriving in Chaos gives you martial per stress level, martial intrigue and prowess. So that could be a thing. We could also torture people, and we would potentially gain either intrigue or prowess each time we do that, up to a max of 5 for each one. Could get, like, Weeds in the Garden to increase our fertility, and considering the fact that we need to rebuild our family, our succession, that seems the most productive compared to what we have available to us. Let's try some supplies. Suppose we could try stealing some. 596. And we do. Beautiful. Anyone we could recruit. We got Morwarid here. Wow, actually, she's got an excellent stewardship skill. She's loyal, she's avaricious, so the kind of the opposite of us. So she's greedy, we're generous, but that kind of balances things out. And she has not the highest skill in the stewardship education, but incredibly good. So she is indeed a fine specimen, and we're going to go ahead and immediately marry her. And yeah, that'll work out. Our first wife was also older than us, and so that doesn't really bother me in any specific way at all. Let's get the story, and we just got the temporary bonus there, as expected. Okay, so we could uncover a secret, although I also see a faction we could support. Yeah, oh, yep, they're going through a lot of internal strife. So let's do that. I think we do some warfare here, and depending on how long this takes, it'll be the last thing that we do. Alright. An armed contingent under the banner of Vali Mansur of Sari Kamish. That's this guy right here. Visits my camp. Greetings, Captain Faraz. It is said you're curious of our cause, and so we come to speak of our foe, the worthless Emir al-Orq of Uzboy. He is an unworthy and illegitimate ruler of Emirate of Uzboy. Our hopes live with Vali Mansur of Sari Kamish, a true leader as ambitious as he is subtle. And Emir al-Orq, he is what is... oh, I see. He is of a different religion, and we consider them evil. They're actually the Zoroastrian faith. That's kind of interesting. Okay. Yeah, I could say, yeah, I want a piece of Iraq's land. We can't do that because we're not famous enough. A just cause indeed. So, our military power is far stronger than the guy I think that we're trying to rebel against, right? Yeah. So we're going to go ahead and press our demands right away. Start that civil war immediately. And looks like, yeah, we didn't actually have to go to war. We just straight up succeeded in that contract because the guy gave up. Okay, well, then no warfare after all. Alright, it has become a habit to walk nosewise daily, and I am not sure which of us enjoys the fresh air or sun the most. Nosewise bounds ahead and looks back at me and barks, as if to say, catch up! And on we walk, walking dog for 10 years, and gives us a medium boost to our health. Excellent. Okay, well, then I suppose instead of doing a war, we'll just go ahead and do a couple extra jobs. Scout for talent, as usual, and hope for the best. Okay, let me see those men. Paros here. Yep, we're going to get that lust for land, because we're going to be doing a lot of conquering, decrease our phase time, and increase our martial. Yes. Alright. 55% chance that we would increase his prowess, 75% that, yeah, let's just have him follow my moves, and he learns. Good, so that one was a success. And we'll do the same thing. Looks like that one worked too, so we're guaranteed to make money here. And yeah, we'll just go ahead and do the same job. It worked all 3 times. Beautiful, that's more money there. And can we make some additional requests? Could gain additional 24 gold, which we will. There we go. And we're going to go right back. Oh, actually, we'll just do this one here because it's super close to us. And we'll be able to get it done really quickly. We must ensure their safety. Alright. Cool. Onwards to, if not victory, at least progress. Alright. And looks like... Oh yeah, our sister has had another daughter. Looks like they want to name her after herself, but instead, one more time, we're going to pick out a name from my list, and I think I like Mariam, as this is a reference to one of our daughters as Faraz, or the original Faraz that we lost way back then, and Babak has apparently died. Yeah, he died of his cancer, so that was not unexpected. So we need to refill that position. And I think we're going to put our wife in that. Apparently she'd be a really great armorer. Excellent. I love to see that. Alright, everyone else is doing well in their role, so we don't need to make any changes here. Although we could appoint our wife as our quartermaster instead, because she's got a much better aptitude for it, given her stewardship skill, I assume. Nilufar, she's 39 years old. She would hate us if we did. I'll just leave it as is. It's fine. Okay, let's do this other Instructor of Night job here. Well, we have to get back home first. Oh, well, we have to finish our job first, don't we? There we go. And we'll just wait there. There we go. And, oh, we can't do it yet. Need to wait a couple more days. And now we can. Cool. More gold. We just need to keep building up stuff and getting ourselves more and more famous. So, let's just keep working. Keep working. There's not anything else to do at this point. Stuff just keeps spawning, which is great. Alright, so Cheyenne and Nagella are becoming friends. Oh, they've become lovers. Okay. Not my business. Alright, let me see those men. Follow my orders. Good. That one worked. That one also worked. Okay. A rare opportunity. Ah, yes. Okay, hang on. I'll read that in just a moment. I guess we'll read it now. Never mind. So we've seen this. We saw this actually with our armor before, but now we're seeing it with our sword, and it is almost guaranteed to succeed, and we're apparently going to gain a little bit of stress because of our fickle trait, so we'll do that. So our sword is a little bit better. Durable materials makes it a little bit better, +2 to the prowess, and increase to that injury resistance, prowess loss, whatever. Alright. Alright, so he's swayed. Let's abandon that. I'm going to pick somebody else now. We have a lot more supporters at this point. And let's work on our personal physician, because having her be on our side, I think, is absolutely advantageous. And what do we do next as far as our perks go? I suppose we could get Unshackled Lust, and in fact, let's go ahead and seduce our wife. We've never actually done a seduction scheme, so we'll abandon the swaying scheme here. She actually... is probably just going to increase her opinion naturally as time goes on. But yeah, we'll start a seduction scheme against our wife. 280 days until a completion. So we'll see how that goes. All right, there we go. Wait, why are we abandoning the contract? What? I don't want to. Did it get bugged again? God damn it. Oh, no, it was completed. Okay, so it just didn't get resolved properly there. But no, that worked out just fine. Okay. Without friends or protection, I am interrupted my stroll, yada yada yada. We've seen this before. He's not a great character, all things considered. So I think in this case we'll help him find a home elsewhere, and that increases some cultural acceptance. Tomb Raiders. Yes. So let's see. We would not say the captain deserves his cut because of our trait here. So either option here, punishing the destitute or returning the loot, would be appropriate for our character. And I think we go for the one where we imprison Dara. Let me see here. He's an intrigue character, so actually he would not be a bad camp follower there. So let's do that. And here we go, our first seduction level. We also gained a level of devotion, so we're faithful. As a scholar of the diplomatic arts, I am well aware of the power of an eloquent compliment. Showing admiration for a woman's best quality is a sure path to her heart. I shall write a letter to Morwarid. Oh my gosh, Morwarid, complimenting her. That's a little hard for me to say. So she is gregarious, greedy, and content. So we could compliment her brave, unfettered spirit, her piousness and unwavering faith, forgiving nature, or her irresistible charisma. None of these are particularly great options, so let's just go with the irresistible charisma, and it was well received. Good, so we were a good judge of character in that case. Okay, I think we'll do the passage of arms here. This guy just keeps giving us work to do. It's awesome. Okay, so I shall break 100 lances. Just get everyone assigned. Cool. We don't need to waste any time there. Cool. Beautiful. Moving right back. Fire and friends. What is this? Each night, one fire becomes the hub of the camp's social activity. People coalescing around my inner circle to wag tongues and trade friendly barbs. Tonight is no exception. Look, all I'm saying, chortles Morwarid to the giggling of several other followers, is that poor Naveed might have sworn eternal blood vengeance on that family's entire line, but what else was he to do? They cut the mess line. A chorus of inebriated guffaws breaks out from the easily pleased onlookers, though it all seems to be wearing on Naveed. So we could join in on the ribbing, and everyone would gain some opinion of us. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Everyone thinks we're pretty funny. Alright. And I guess we'll go ahead and just wait for this seduction scheme to finish, and that will be the end of the episode. So no poaching without permission. Go fast and go silently. Yeah, let's go ahead and do this. Gained our provisions back, and we're nearly full again. And Dara, unfortunately, died almost immediately in the dungeon. Oh well. It wasn't meant to be, I suppose. Let's get some gold. Anymore, he won't allow that, probably because we just recently asked him for something. He doesn't have enough gold to share. Okay. Then, well, I suppose we could make a little gold here, make 13 for the extra provisions. Yeah, there we go, I think that's nice. Okay. So, then, I suppose, got the Tahirids here. They're currently defending against a tyranny war. What are their soldiers like? Yeah. We're about equal in strength there. They're still fighting internal conflicts. How did did that war ever end? No, they're still fighting that. This has been going on for 8 years. Goodness me. Well, yeah, the Byzantines are not having a good game. The Bulgarians are also not having a good game at all. Look at all of these different conflicts that they are involved in. Okay, well, I guess that's the end of, because it's going to be the end of the episode here, guys. Lots of shocking developments. The story really just continues to get more and more crazy. But hey, let's read out this event here. The servants have all been sent away, and our bed has been decorated with seashells. As Mistress Morwarid enters our chamber, she smiles greedily and joins me without hesitation. With the help of hands, mouths, and limbs, we reaffirm the devotion we swore before Allah, perhaps in a more carnal fashion than intended. Alright, so we've gained a lover here in our wife. She absolutely loves and adores us. So hopefully we have plenty of children. She's not pregnant yet, but we've got plenty of time, hopefully. Alright, so yeah, if you guys enjoyed the episode, please feel free to leave a like and a comment on the video. Subscribe if you haven't already. In the next one, I think we try to make our play here. We're really just starting to get surrounded, and I want to try getting some land if we can. Although it's really just kind of depends on our prestige level here, so we'll see. Either way, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you next time.